Thank you very much, Cynthia. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to say good evening? Thank you. I appreciate that. And you'll notice I'm not using a teleprompter when I go through, just so you know. My very warmest welcome to the Lauralton family, but most of all, welcome the class of 2020 and our transfer students. Round of applause, class and transfer students. Tonight, we celebrate your formal entrance, your matriculation into the Lauralton Hall learning community. This ceremony is it's really like a rite of passage. You have left elementary school, and you are now moving toward entering adolescence. In many ways, tonight is like a new beginning, a commencement, the beginning of another journey in your life, your high school years. And we really and truly are so excited to have you here. And 4 years from now, in June of 2020, and please believe me, it'll be here before you know it, you will gather again, this time in cap and gown in this gym for another new beginning, your commencement, as we empower you to go on to college and as we empower you for life. Class of 2020, you sit as successful grammar school graduates prepared to embark on the next chapter of your lives. I know all of you have worked very hard to get here, and after a challenging review process, we selected you, 113 students from more than 400 applications, from about 40 towns, and also from China. And in electing to come to Lauralton Hall, you are joining a school with a rich history and traditions. Founded over 100 years ago by the Sisters of Mercy, we are Connecticut's first Catholic college prep school for girls. I am so pleased we have some of the sisters with us this evening, and I will ask the Sisters of Mercy to please stand and be recognized. Sisters of Mercy, please stand. And I think we have some down here with our trustees. Okay. And Lauralton Hall is blessed with a distinguished board of trustees, and I'm delighted we have them here with us this evening, including the chair of the board, Dr. Trudy Dicknider, to my right. Will all of the trustees please stand and be acknowledged? And when you graduate in 2020, you will be warmly greeted by our alumni board, and I know we have a lot of alumni here. Will they stand and be recognized? All of our alums, please stand and be recognized. We have some in the audience, wonderful, wonderful. I'm glad you in the audience also stood. I think 20% of this class are legacies. In other words, your parents have gone here to Lauralton Hall. And of course, you will meet our superb faculty, staff, and administrators. Will the faculty, staff, and administrators please rise and be recognized? And our peer mentors here. The peer mentors, they are phenomenal. They are terrific. Let's have a round of applause for the peer mentors. I know who helped you a lot this weekend. But you know, really and truly, you would not be here today if it weren't for the sacrifice and loving care of really your very first teachers, your parents, step-parents, and guardians. Will they please rise and be recognized? Parents, step-parents, and guardians. You know, while I have no children, I have a very special place for aunts, because I have, the count's over 60, an aunt, great aunt, I think a great aunt now. Will all of the aunts in this audience please rise and be recognized? All of the aunts. And I know we have grandparents. I know they slip you a check now and then. And I think we may have great-grandparents. Will they please rise and be recognized? The parents and great-grandparents. And lastly, I won't forget the uncles and cousins and relatives and friends of our class of 2020. Will they please rise and be recognized? Good. You know, if you talk to the underclassmen, they will tell you that I like the Jonas Brothers. Now, you were about 8 or 9 years old when they wrote a song entitled, "It is time for me to fly, time for me to soar." Yes, to paraphrase the Jonas Brothers, the years ahead will be the time for you to fly, the time for you to soar. And if I can quote from another teen favorite, the English-Irish pop boy band, One Direction. I like their song, Forever Young, and the lyrics from that song, and I'm quoting, "So many adventures can happen today." Each of you brings your own unique God-given talents and fresh ideas to Lauralton. We want to hear them, build upon them while you're here. This is a good place. It's a terrific place, a caring place. All of us at Lauralton are here to help you continue to grow and to learn, to build upon the wonderful foundation your first teachers, your parents have given you. So in preparing these remarks, I asked our students and faculty, what kind of advice do you think I should give to this incoming class of 2020? I thought their responses were terrific. Let me share their advice, and I'm going to add a few suggestions of my own. One, and first of all, you need to learn to balance your coursework with the many activities that will be available to you, that are available to you. How many of you know this book? Raise your hands. What's the book? Oh, I can't hear you. A little louder. Oh, the plays. And who wrote it? Dr. Seuss, the Dr. Seuss book. Now, if you have this book and you haven't read it, Rob, pull it out and read it again because it has a lot of good advice, all right, for you now and quite frankly, forever. Dr. Seuss says that life is a great balancing act. Life itself has ups and downs, and he encourages us to find the success that lies within us. Whatever you do in life, take this book with you. Take it to college with you. It is a great book to have for all of the wonderful places you will go while you're here at Lauralton and later on in life as well. Bottom line, we encourage you to get involved in at least one activity other than your classes. And we have so many activities: athletics, student council, chorus, campus ministry, mission trips, outreach programs, theater, the student newspaper, the literary magazine, the environmental club, and so many. We have about 40 clubs. And if you have an idea, the environmental club, I think one has been a very active one too, and we don't have it, we'll form it. It's okay, you can form it. But let me emphasize, the key, as Dr. Seuss says, is balance. Don't overdo it. 2, secondly, you need to commit significantly more time to studying than you did in grammar school, no matter how good a student you were or are. You know, when I was, if I could tell you a personal one, when I was in grammar school, I went to Huntington Grammar School. It's not there anymore. I think they made a community center out of it. I was a decent student, but in my first semester at Shelton High School, I know we have some Shelton. Do we have some Shelton families here? Raise your hand so I know who you are. Yes, and we have some Shelton. Good, wonderful, all right. Anyway, in the first semester of my freshman year, I received a D in English on the very first test. You know why? I was having too much fun. Now, it's important for you to have fun here, but I was not studying enough. I played basketball. I know no one believes me when I said that, but, but I really did. I even got a pin for scoring the most points one time. And by the way, Shelton High beat Lauralton Hall when we played in those days, all right? But you see, I jumped into everything. But as you look at the whole week, you know, again, theater was, I think, my favorite. Chess, I learned how to play chess in high school. You know, if you look at a week, think of a whole week. There are 168 hours in a week. You spend about 25 hours a week in class. Hopefully, you sleep, and they say students your age should sleep even more than 8 hours, but at least 8 hours a night. And so you're spending 8 hours. If you're sleeping 8, that's 56 hours in the week. You commute and you have activities after school, so that's about another 20 hours. That leaves you at about 68 hours that you are completely free. Now, what are you going to do with those 68 hours? Now, only use some of them for study. Make sure, and your parents should help you with this, make sure that you're also building in playtime or free time for you to do whatever you want. But be sure, make some time for study during those hours. And our teachers' guidelines in regard to study hours will be very helpful to you. So you will have plenty of time to do whatever else you want to do. Bottom line, following our homework guidelines, find time to do your homework, and yes, find time to play as well. Thirdly, how did I get rid of that D in English at Shelton High School before the end of the semester? You know, there was a 4-letter word that helped me to get rid of it. Now, I know we all know a lot of 4-letter words, all right? But you know the word I'm talking about, don't you? What was it? Oh, I can't hear you. Again. Even louder. Help. H-E-L-P, a very good 4-letter word. And what happened is I sought help. I got help. And if you need assistance in dealing with something important, get help. You might be falling behind in your studies, or you don't know. You really didn't know what happened in that math class and you couldn't figure it out. Or you might be dealing with a situation at home, or you may have had a fight with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Whatever it is, don't ever let anxiety or embarrassment or a sense of hopelessness or feeling overwhelmed, never allow that to ask for help. And there are lots of caring people here who can help you. Your teachers, your guidance counselors, coaches, our chaplain. These people can help you with both academic and personal problems. They are a terrific resource for you, and they really care about you. So use them. And always remember, there's nothing wrong with a C. I'm going to ask the parents here to remember there's nothing wrong with a C, okay? C is a good grade, okay? And as long as you're doing the best that you can do, don't let that stress you either. Yeah, if you could do better, obviously you'll do better the next time, and you'll ask the teacher how you can do better. 4, you would be pleased to know that the most frequent response I received from our faculty was that they want to get to know them. They want our faculty for you to get to know them. Our teachers really and truly like and care for our students. They are the best. You know, I once asked them why they like to teach and why they like to teach here. And never forgot what one of them said to me. I teach because it is unbelievably fun. I want the best for each and every one of my students, so that means I worry when they are not doing well personally or academically. I cheer them when they are, and that brings a warm smile to my face. Our faculty are awesome, and I do want to acknowledge all of our faculty. Will they stand and be acknowledged? All of our faculty stand and be acknowledged. Five, a very important part of your high school experience will be getting to know other students and developing relationships. Learning from other students is one of the most exciting aspects of Lauralton Hall. You know, and I do understand that you may have some anxieties now. You might wonder about the friends that you had in grammar school or in middle school. Will they drift apart? And that may happen, and we do understand that. But I also know that you're going to make a lot of new friends here. You will be learning together, preparing for classes together, playing with each other on the athletic fields. I'm sure some of you have already made friends in just a short time that you've been here, singing together in the choral group, involved in community outreach programs, and so many other activities. Some of the friendships, I want you to listen to this carefully, I put money on this. Some of the friendships you make here will last for the rest of your life. I guarantee that. I'm amazed when I meet with alums and how their classmate was their maid of honor, and then she was the godparent for her child, and it goes on and on and on. So learn from each other, reach out to others, care for each other, and yes, keep your old friends, but make new ones too. 6, and lastly, and most importantly, grow into being your true self, being the unique person that God created you to be, the person that Catherine McCauley, the foundress of the Sisters of Mercy, would want you to be. I like the lyrics of 2 songs by Katy Perry. In her song, Roar, she encourages young women to stand up and be heard. She sings, and I'm quoting, "Because I am a champion, and you are going to hear me roar." And in her work, Firework, it is all about not being afraid to express who you really are and letting people know your true selves. Be proud of who you are, your unique self. No one else like you. Be proud of that. It's kind of like a spark, a firework in all of us. Yeah, and I know there are a lot of daily pressures in our world that challenge us. They prevent us from being our best selves. For example, the Australian singer Sia details the dangers of alcohol abuse in her explosive single entitled Chanticleer. And other daily pressures like, should I smoke, not smoke, to do drugs, to be thin, or to wear the right labeled clothes. Now, that's where uniforms are great here. Did you look at your uniform? Did you find a label in it? No, I don't think so. There's no label in your uniforms. And there are pressures, and this is perhaps the worst kind, making someone else's goals your own. I think this is the worst kind of pressure, trying to be like someone else. You are unique. You have got to live your life, not someone else's. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about you or what you can achieve. The only thing that matters is what you think about yourself. The only thing that matters is what you think about yourself. Bottom line, be who you are. Don't follow the crowd. Grow into being your best self. You know, I believe that years from now, after high school, after college, whatever happens to you, you will not be asked, why were you not the singles tennis champion, Serena Williams? Why were you not Dakota Fanning, Selena Gomez? Why were you not Disney Channel star Bridget Medler? Why were you not Emma Watson in the Harry Potter series? No, I believe years ahead you will be asked, why were you not Mia Ore or Mia Graziano from Easton? Why were you not Anna Young from Shanghai? Margaret O'Sullivan from Sandy Hook? Nina Longobardi from Orange? Carla Fabrizio from Monroe? Why were you not Nicole Ardito or Jacqueline Santiago from Milford? Lindsay Gaspard and Maria Nugent from Bridgeport? Why were you not Mary Feeney from Fairfield? Alexandra Karpiak from Norwalk? Brianna Menolfith from Oxford? Maura O'Brien from Darien? Jamie Knopf or Alexa Toohey from Shelton? Why were you not Anna Barnett from Hamden? Why were you not Annie McNeila or Ella Seo from Westport? Why were you not Madeline Plum or Emma Strauss from Trumbull? Why were you not Ramona Monsayak from Stratford? Why were you not Raga Subramanian from Fairfield? Why were you not, from Bridgefield, excuse me? Why were you not Katrina Senecal from Southport, Claire Paisley from Bethany, Christina de Elisa from Wilton, Mansi Gandhi from Derby, or Anne Clark from Stamford? Members of the class of 2020, we look forward to seeing you grow into the person that you were meant to be. You know, this class is going to be a very, very special class for me because I'll be retiring at the end of this year. I was thinking of it the other day. I have given matriculation talks now for 30 years and to over 10,000 students. So you are going to be very, very special to me. I've had a chance to get to know some of you at lunch the other day, and I really appreciated the chance to chat. And I'm really looking forward to more times to get to meet with you during the year. So I want to close with Dr. Seuss. We opened, congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. Again, congratulations on your acceptance, and God bless you. Thank you.